Hello everyone, it's Yuhan Kim. This presentation is for the Introduction to Business course instructed by Professor Alejandra Marine at Solbridge International Business School 2017. Today, from this video presentation, you're expected to learn some information about Google's multicultural and diversity strategy that is related to human resources and motivation chapter we are going to study on week 9. Please turn on the caption function down below for better language understanding. Then let's get started. Here are contents I'm going to focus. Chapter 1 is an introduction to Google, mainly to know what Google do. For second and third chapter, I'm going to handle company's inclusive cultural strategy and diversity. And lastly, company's contribution to communities related to diversity for chapter 4. And additional information will be provided. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video knows the company called Google. Then, what does Google do? According to Wikipedia, Google is an American multinational technology company specializing in internet-related services and products. These include online advertising technologies, search, cloud computing software, and hardware. Most well-known Google products are Google Chrome, Android, the smartphone operating system, Google Maps, Google Translator. Since they are trying to do lots of things in the company, then why don't we try to look at its mission statement to figure out what they're trying to achieve? This is Google's mission statement: to organize the world information and make it universally accessible and useful. This statement looks a bit general, but we can find how Google aims their company to be more diverse from this small sentence. What makes this statement special from other companies' mission is that there is no mention of profit or market, and no mention of customers, shareholders, or users too. The statement indicates the diversity of Google because the statement gives individuals' works meaning. Means the mission can be interpreted differently person by person. From next chapter, let's find out how Google manage their work culture. What kind of image will you draw in your mind if you hear the word Google? This background image may describe what you think in your mind the best. Fun is in fact the most common word Googlers use to describe Google's cultural diversity. By Googler means employers of Google. Google also decided that you can be serious without a suit with company's founding. Despite many companies nowadays that emphasize creativity but still under a restricted atmosphere and limited information, Google believes that creativity can be maximized as people work fun, so that the quality of outcome and both internal and external satisfaction goes up significantly. That's the reason why Googlers describe their workplace as about work as play. Not only its work culture, but we can also see how Google makes things fun for consumers too. For instance, they even play with the brand. Here's Google's unique brand playing called Google Doodle. Guess many of you have seen similar to one of these examples before. Brand name or logo is something that most companies hold sacrosanct, just like a holy Bible. But since 1998, Google celebrates family holidays and a variety of events and anniversaries across the regions. They have doodle design teams that have designed over 2,000 doodles so far. If Google take care of diversity this much, how do they manage diversity in their internal society? Their diversity program or process they do provide to Googlers to keep their workplace more colorful, and addressing unconscious bias is one of them. Google believes simply raising awareness about unconscious bias leads to more conscious decision making. More than 65% of Googlers have joined unbiasing training since Google started internal conversation about unconscious bias in 2013. They do provide benefits that serve the diverse needs of Googlers too. For example, they removed illegal barrier for LGBT Googlers to get benefits the same as straight people. For example, covering partners' insurance fee, tax refund that are usually covered for straight married couples by a government policy, but not for LGBT minorities. Google provides global networks for internal diverse community too. It's called Diversity Core Program. There is a Black Googler network, Gayglers, which is a network for LGBT community, and a network for female Googlers. There are also communities for Hispanics, disabled, elderly too. For detailed information, please refer to the reference webpage links down below. As Google being one of the biggest companies in the world, they are also aware of helping external communities too. For external communities around the world, Google provides a variety of programs and services to help small businesses out. For example, technical training for small business owners, entrepreneurship education for underrepresented communities, and accessibility to Google's products that may be helpful to the small businesses. And lastly, here is a bit unique external approach to diversity from Google. Making a society aware of the importance of diversity is a pretty hard job for companies. But Google made it easier and efficient by holding the regionally based competitions called Google Impact Challenge. It is mainly to support non-profit companies that are willing to bring their idea to change the world. For example, in 2015, Google granted $20 million to 29 non-profits by holding Google Impact Challenge for disabilities. There's other ways Google approaches to diversity from many different angles, and you will be able to find that information via links provided. And check the description below for hyperlinks. Thank you very much for listening and joining, and I'll see you in our class.